Welcome back, everyone. My name is Echo, and in today's video, we are checking out the latest updates for the Lucky Blocks Evolved add-on. This is the version 1.1, and it features traps, but also structures. Now, for some good news, the creators have reduced the price. It is now priced at 999 coins, which is £4.99. This add-on is $6. A lot of things have changed in this latest update. It's not just structures and traps. Now, if we scroll to the bottom of the main page, you'll see here in the changelog, it says huge version 1.1 updates, including structures, traps, spawns, and more. However, a bunch of fixes, such as custom blocks, now correctly render on realms with certain devices. Fixes, guidebook pages now turn as expected. Plus, see in-game changelog by crouching and opening the guidebook to read all about the changes. One thing I will say about this update, it was very community driven. A lot of the features in 1.1 were given to them by the community, including myself. So if you want to help expand and improve this add-on, I highly recommend joining their Discord. Links will be down below. This is the changelog that they gave me. There is a lot of changes, including quality of life improvements. As a disclaimer, today's video is sponsored by 57 Digital and Bedrock Explorer. However, I still have the freedom to share my honest opinions, and that is something I will still do throughout today's video. If you're buying this for the first time, you will have the latest version, and if you do already own this add-on, make sure you update to get the latest files. Now, once you do have this installed in a newer pre-existing world, go ahead and crouch and tap on the floor. Now, the first time you open this, you will have changelog at the top. Highly recommend reading it. But if we just scroll down and tap on changelog, you can see it says structures and more. A huge thank you to our amazing community, in brackets, including you, the real Echo. I'm honored. Thank you for throwing lots of great suggestions to us. We're listening, the real Echo. Feel free to get involved in our Discord community to help shape the future of this add-on. And then it says this update brings bug fixes, brand new features, and so much more. Again, I'm not going to read a giant text wall to you, but what I will say is some critical bugs have been fixed, new features. A lot of these are to do with customization options. We then get into traps and structures, which you're going to see throughout today's video, and so much more, including quality of life changes. For example, new sound effects. And something I really liked with this is that they have added the ability to skip the animation with Lucky Blocks, which, again, the novelty factor wears off after a little bit of time. So that's something I fully enjoyed. So I would like to go through some of these critical issues that you guys might have experienced. Inside of here, they said some platforms had a hard time rendering our custom blocks on realms. This has now been fixed. No more invisible blocks. Reach out to us on Discord if you continue to see problems. Just contact them via their Discord this way. They also fixed an issue with the guidebook not turning pages sometimes on interact. Let's get into the new features within this add-on. Now, as you know, for those of you that do already own this add-on, there is a lot of customization options, and you as the realms owner or server owner have a lot of power. Now, this is a good and a bad thing, because if we crouch and tap and open this and scroll to the bottom, we have add-on settings. It requires creative mode. Now, obviously, this is good if you're in a realm or a multiplayer experience, because it means the admin only has control and other players can't alter the settings. Now, the reason why this might be a bad thing as of recent is because Minecraft made it where you no longer disable achievements with add-ons applied. Now, I did say this to 57 Digital, and they are looking at other solutions as well, because of course you guys will want to check this out in survival, and you don't want this to disable your achievements. So for now, you're just going to have to deal with that. But with that being said, let's get into the new features. They said customizable drop rates. Adjust the drop rate of shards to suit your play style. Now, this is some feedback that I gave to them. If you're playing with this on your own, it can be soul destroying in leveling up your blocks. Like, starting with common is no problem, but then needing shards to go to the next level can take quite some time. On your own, it's painful. In a multiplayer experience with your friends, it's perfectly fine. So in order to access this, first thing we need to do is go to game mode creative, crouch and tap, scroll down to the bottom and tap on add-on settings. Now, again, these are all customizable, and there's so many different options in here. If you need to reset them all, you obviously tap on this. I'm not going to do that. As for the Lucky Block style, I'm old school, so we're sticking with the classic. But again, feel free to tweak this. So this one right here is going to be generation rates, which means control how often you'll find Lucky Blocks in your world. If you are struggling with this, go ahead and increase it. It can be high, very high, or generate as many as possible. But the change that we are focusing on today is going to be Lucky Shard drop rates. Control how often Lucky Blocks will drop Lucky Shards. For the sake of today's video, I'm going to have this drop as many as possible. Then go ahead and hit submit. I could then go back to game mode survival. And this is going to be a very big test here because we could end up with a trap. But if we go ahead and grab ourselves a pick and break this, we should at least be guaranteed at least one shard, which means then upgrading inside of the custom fortune tables, which are all the way over there, should be a little bit easier. But again, you can customize this. You might want to make this a little bit harder to obtain. So I've placed down 5 common ones here. Now, we already had 1 lucky shard. I want to see how many we're going to get on this occasion. Then we'll change the setting one more time. Oh, we got a fart. Oh, it's a structure. Okay, we will get into them a little bit more later on. We got 3 on that occasion. Oh, we got unlucky again. We found some traps. I just want to see how many shards we get, guys. That's all I want to do here. Okay, so as you can see, the drop rate was quite high there. We definitely got 7. So obviously this happens on a more frequent occurrence, which again, as solo was really, really good. I like this change. More customization options. Those things are still following me. So if we do this one more time, scroll down and adjust this setting one more time, and we have this as a low drop rate. When we do this again, and we'll do the exact same, we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and break all of these, our shard chances are going to be a lot less. As you can, although on this occasion, we're getting, okay, we didn't on that time. RNG, pure and simply RNG. I don't know the exact percentages, but it just means that your shards will be a lot rarer. You get the point here. Make them more common, make them less common. The next one is going to be Lucky Block Loot Roll. Configure how many rolls a Lucky Block will do when broken. Now, from my understanding, once again, inside of the settings, this is to do with making it as common as rarity or uncommon as rarity. So you can have it as always lucky, which means if we were to go ahead and do this, I was to grab the Lucky Blocks again, they are always going to be lucky. Now, you control your friends with this, especially if you are the owner. So what this means is every time we do one of these, that's insane, they're always going to be positive. Although I did break this with my hand and not so much a pickaxe. So we'll do this again, but this time with a pickaxe here. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Aha. Oh, okay. Well, this kind of spoiled one of the features I'm about to show you in a second. And by the way, you can mine these. I'll go to that one now. Midas touch event. Everything you walk on turns to gold for 5 seconds. I actually didn't utilize this at all. But you guys are seeing this happen live rather than me doing it in order. Again, that's the whole point of a lucky block situation, right? Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're unlucky. But obviously on this occasion, we are always going to be lucky. Just be careful where you walk, because if you set down like diamond blocks, they will be replaced with, of course, gold. So we'll change our game mode back to creative here. Let's say you wanted, like I said, to troll your friends. Go ahead and change this to mostly unlucky. No, we're going to do 100% unlucky. Hit submit. And then obviously, if we place this down, we'll do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because I don't know how this is going to turn out here. As you can see, we got trapped in this. Now, we got to do something a little bit better. We got to do something better than that. I'm a player magnet, it says. I want something a little bit more extreme with this. Oh, there you go. There you go. Now, that does feel like the old school ones. If you played old school Lucky Block, you know getting trapped in there, sometimes with an anvil or lava, is incredibly dangerous. So once again, more player customizations. It's brilliant. We also have lucky leveling system. Lucky blocks can now level up, unlocking better loot when they do. So basically, when you go through the tier system, obviously the likes of common is bang average loot, uncommon getting a little bit better, rare, good, epic, great, legendary, amazing, mythic, top tier, and ethereal being the best. So obviously as this ranks up, things get so much better. And we also have enchantable custom armor. So you can now enchant this armor. I actually didn't know this was not a thing last time. I actually have the armor set on here, so we'll try these. I did not know that they weren't customizable and enchantable. That's now been fixed, so you can make these even better. Now remember, this armor set comes with its own special power as well, which you can activate, I believe, when you crouch. If I go ahead and do this now, you can see we've ended up with these special abilities for a limited time. I love the fact that they're limited. You're not going to have these permanently, but in certain scenarios, trying to get out of a fight, it could be a great time to use these. So that is now enchantable. Look how fast I am. And that's going to be the same for all of these armors. I'm not usually a big fan of armors giving abilities, but I accept the fact that this one does have a limitation. And I'm pretty sure inside of the add-on settings, if we change back to creative here, I'm pretty sure this can be turned off in the settings. Maybe down here. Enable weapon charge. Aha, armor effects. So yes, you could disable these if you wanted to. This is all down to player preference. A good feature introduced: instant lucky block opening. Skip the delay and claim your rewards quickly. Previously, there was an animation, and I think it was more of a novelty factor. Crouch and open this, go to your settings, and with this one, you need to scroll down a little bit, and you'll see enable instant lucky block open. No more delay and no more animation. So you grab this now. If we was to, once again, grab a couple more of these, so we'll go 1, 2, and 3, break it with this. There is absolutely no delay with this now. The lucky block is going to instantly break, and if we go to / game mode S and try this here, obviously you still have to break it, but it does instantly break. And I've just remembered I still need to go back to my settings and make sure we have the drop rates a little bit better, as in the look. So we're just gonna have this as lucky, I think. The regular one. A really good quality of life change. New first person animation. The pickaxe, hoe, shovel, axe, and sword now have new animations. So instead of having the janky attacking animation, they now have the vanilla kind of experience. And this is a big change in my opinion, because a lot of add-ons don't alter this, and it kind of ruins the aspect of the add-on. So a big change there. This has all been done with all of these. All of the custom ones, obviously. Your hoe, I can't remember how this works. Your shovels, your axes, and oh, so that's the pickaxe. Oh, that needs to be done with this then. There we go. That makes sense. Shovel creates auto paths. This is the tree capitator here. Is it going to work on this? Yes. It still doesn't break all of it though. They definitely need to fix that, where it would break the whole entire jungle. And swords is a black hole. Ah, yes, I remember these. Anyway, they've got better attacking animations. So you did see this one in action. We also have Lucky Lever events. A lever spawns where a lucky block was, giving 3 to 10 uses to spawn random items. So I might be able to show you this once we get into the whole structures thing. We also have Auto Lucky Block Timer. Spawns a random lucky block from those you've unlocked, including Mythic and Ethereal if locked. So, for example, we now have these available. Obviously, you're going to get it as this. There you go. We managed to get ourselves the epic one. So, if we was to grab ourselves... Let's go with a pickaxe here, because we're going to need a higher tier one. Okay, we got unlucky on this occasion. We have a whole bunch of these. So, these can spawn around you. We actually managed to get 2 unlucky events there, TNT and lava, and I think an anvil as well. That's not what we wanted. A whole bunch of loot as well. We keep getting trapped in these nets. So yeah, you will get these as part of a drop. Let's get into the new traps and structures. A very big part of Lucky Blocks, as you know, is traps and structures. You have seen a couple throughout today's video, but they said lots of exciting traps and structures have been added. You can turn them off in the add-on settings if traps and structures aren't your vibe. Just crouch and open your Lucky Block guidebook to access the settings. New structures and traps. Additionally, good and bad luck structures. 31 in total. More soon. Go out and discover something exciting. If you don't like structures, head on over to the settings and turn them off. I like them. Let's crouch. Let's go to the settings. Let's find where it says structures, lucky structure rates. I'm going to have this as max. And then I think is there an unlucky one? Is there a traps one? Let's see if we can find a trap one. I wonder if they fall under the same category as traps and structures. I'm just going to leave this as the way it is then, I think. Enable Lucky Block loot tier. That's already done. They're completely fine. So what I need to do is grab some Lucky Blocks. Now, I asked the creators if it matters what Lucky Block you open. So, for example, I was like, okay, does Mythic provide a higher chance of getting a positive structure versus Common, giving you more unlikely positive, more negative? And they said no. But I think you should have a higher chance to get better structures if you have these ones. But then again, that could kind of spoil the RNG factor. So I would love to know people's thoughts and opinions on this. I'm bored of the common ones for now. We're going to place down... Let's go with Epic. We'll go with Legendary. And I'll go with Mythic. And let's see if they actually provide any structures for us, since we have this on max. We have this on max now. So, oh, that was a bad idea. Let's try this. Do I still have my settings as unlucky here? Let's double check here. So do I have my structures as unlucky? No, it's on default. I'm just incredibly unlucky by the looks of things. Oh, yeah. Okay, so one of the structures is you fall into a... Ice structure is another one. You fall into a freezing pit of death. Aha. This is the one that I had before. The stuff in the chest isn't too bad, but you'd obviously have to deal with TNT. And there's 31 different structures. Let's see if we can kind of get anything else I haven't actually seen yet. Place down with the higher level ones. Here we go. I still can't see properly. More TNT is generated there. Oh, we got lucky with this one. So one of the Lucky Blocks actually provided 4 different Lucky Blocks for us. Oh, we got a lever. Oh, there we go. We actually got the Lucky Lever. Perfect. Everything that I need to happen in today's video has actually happened. I'm gonna make a tower of... We're gonna go with legendary ones. Let's see if we get unlucky or if we actually get lucky here. So this should be very interesting. We managed to get unlucky to start off with. Loot tier has been increased. A slime spawner. Oh my days. Oh my... Oh, I remember these. I remember these. I've seen these on servers too. There's just so many cool things happening. Oh, it's a shulker. Oh, wow. Oh, that's a cool one. An enchantment table. We're feeling sick here. Spawners, structures. I'm going to end up quite sick, so I'm going to drink this. There's so many really cool things, guys. I don't want to spoil all of them because there's just so many incredible ones to find. 31 for you to get out there and find. So the quality of life update within this has been amazing. And one last thing I would like to do is just to double check the important quality of life changes here. New sounds, weapons, improvements to the UI, disable super bad luck. Yeah, most of these are just really cool fixes. So let me know what you think in the comment section. I'll leave a link. I think they did a really good job. If you don't own it, now is the perfect time because, well, it's reduced in price and it's better than before.